Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Arika Parr. Currently, we're learning about Older Americans Month with Any VanDeVelde and Lindsey Bean-Kampwerth. I almost had it. So many different things that we talked about and how to make technology less intimidating. One of the, I guess, devices here, what is that called?
So this is a Freedom Scientific Focus 40. This would be something that someone who would be completely blind would actually use to interact with their device. So when Amy was talking about different accessibility features, one can be if you're low vision or blind, that it actually talks to you. So it'll tell you what's on the screen so you don't have to see it. So if you kind of want to type something into your device, or you don't want everyone hearing what your text may say.
One of the items on the device is that you can listen. What is it called?
So it's voiceover.
Voiceover. So you can read the device will read aloud.
Yep.
The internet or text messages or anything. But if you don't want that, then you can use this.
Yep. And if you're familiar with Braille, all the Braille will actually come up here, and then you can interact with your device. So just a different way to interact, and that really these devices are for anyone and everyone.
So you have a book, and what is the name of it?
We do. It's called Mobile Accessibility, and it's seeing and hearing your tablet and smartphone better. And so accessibility features are built into every Android and iOS device. So this book is for both Android and iOS. It just happens that Lindsey and I both have Apple devices today. We're not making an Apple endorsement. Android works just fine.
And iOS is the same thing as iPhone or Apple.
iOS is the operating system for Apple.
Yes.
That's correct. Thank you, Arika. And so the book outlines how to do many things, making the text bigger. Sometimes people don't need bigger text, but they can benefit from something called contrast, which is when you change the color of the background and the text, and it makes the words more readable. And it's not just for older people, it's for anyone who wants to see things better.
In the green room, and we just don't have it here because it'll be hard to show everyone. But I might just do it as soon as I get off camera, get off the show and change the color text and the contrast.
Well, for other people who are looking at these devices more frequently, anything that makes it more readable is a good idea.
Another thing that you all showed me, I'm just been educated, thank you so much. So with a lot of iPhones, if you want to increase a picture, you have to use your forefinger and your thumb to spread it out. And if you can't do that, if you don't have the dexterity to do that, there's something that can help you with that.
So that's called the assistive touch, basically is under the accessibility features. But so if you don't have the motion for your two fingers to do this motion, you can just tap it instead, and then you just use one finger or the side of your finger or whatever you use to interact with the device. And then you don't actually have to use that dexterity, because there's a lot of things that sometimes get a little specific in finger motions of what you do. So if it's arthritis or whatever reason that's hard, there's other ways to interact and make it happen.
So these are the accessibility features are in the settings menu on these devices.
They
is that
are.
correct?
So in Android, they're located different places because Android's open source, which means that all the carriers can change the location of the menu a little bit. It's a little more tricky to find, but you can find it. And in the Apple system, it's always under settings, general accessibility. So, but the book outlines where to find these things, and it's free to download. I know some people may not have downloaded a book, so if you haven't, you can ask someone in your family to help you download. It's at our landing page, oasisnet.org/access. And it's available in English and Spanish. And you can either look at it on a device or you can print it.
Can they call you?
They can call, but we really need them to download because although AT&T Foundation and CTA Foundation have been very generous to donate the services to make this book available nationwide for anybody, I don't have the budget to print books for everybody, although I would love everybody to have the information.
But just to go and download it, and if for whatever reason they need help to download it, just ask someone.
Yeah, public librarians are wonderful at helping people with that, and we also have a service in St. Louis called Ask a Techie where people can walk in for help with their technology every week. So
is that through OASIS?
That is through OASIS, the OASIS Center in Clayton, and also at Crestview Senior Living.
And what's the website?
OASISnet.org.
Okay, and then for Paraquad?
It's paraquad.org.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing all of these tips and this technology. It can be very overwhelming, but you make it easy.
It can. We try. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Arika.
Thank you so much. For more information on the OASIS Institute, please give them a call at 314 862-2933 or visit oasisnet.org.
That's nice.
Thank you, or paraquad.org, right?
Yep.
Thank you. We'll have more STL Live right after this. Stay with us.